DGTV is Darren Gilbert Television. You are watching it. Classic television, modern news and analysis. Stay tuned to DGTV.
DGTV's Got It! News and commentary with Darren Gilbert. This episode, Predictions 2012, Special Edition. U.S. politics, Canadian politics, Ontario politics, international politics, and sports. All up next on DGTV News and Commentary with Darren Gilbert. News and Commentary is brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer, low-cost, great-tasting beer, and by coal, providing your family low-cost, efficient energy for centuries, now available in clean coal. And now, here's the host of DGTV News and Commentary, Darren Gilbert, reporting today from Wasaga Beach, Ontario, Canada. Here's Darren.
Well, Happy New Year, all DGTV and Fox News friends out there. This is the special 2012 predictions edition of DGTV News and Commentary. The entire focus of this episode will be for yours truly to come up with reasonable projections and predictions for the upcoming year 2012. And I think we'll begin with U.S. politics. The Republican nominee, and as you know, DGTV has endorsed Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, and I therefore hope that the prediction I'm about to make is the one prediction that I'm doing that is wrong. However, it is reasonable and logical to project that Mitt Romney will be the Republican nominee for President of the United States. Mitt Romney is a perfectly acceptable candidate. He is more conservative than John McCain. He is very knowledgeable, and he keeps getting better in these debates. Therefore, DGTV predicts Mitt Romney to be the Republican nominee. Second place will bestow Ron Paul, simply because other candidates will gradually withdraw during the primary and caucus process. Mr. Paul will not withdraw, and he will get his contingencies of support in each state, and therefore he will end up becoming second place simply by having other candidates withdraw. Vice presidential nominee for the Republican ticket, DGTV projects it will be former Secretary of State and National Security Advisor Condoleeza Rice. She is eminently qualified to be vice president and president. She is very strong and articulate. Now, who's going to win the election? DGTV projects that Mitt Romney will defeat Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, and we are projecting an Electoral College vote projection of at least 280 votes for Mitt Romney. You only need 270 to win the presidency, and we're projecting 280 at the minimum. It is very reasonable to suggest that Romney could win as much as 333 Electoral College votes, or even somewhat higher. Now let's just review some of the states in play here. There are some states that are going to go Democrat, like California, and there are some states that are going to go Republican, like Texas. So let's look at some of the closer states. DGTV is projecting Florida will go Republican. Indiana, which Obama carried last time, will definitely go Republican. Maine, Obama, we are projecting, will be able to hold on to. Michigan could go either way. But even in the 280 prediction, we are being more than generous and giving Obama some states that we think the Republicans might very well win, including Michigan. We are also projecting the Republicans to win Minnesota and Missouri, West Virginia, Nevada is becoming a bit of a funny state. I think the Republicans will be able to hold on to it, but even if we do not win Nevada or New Mexico for that matter, because Gary Johnson might split the vote in that one state, again, we are projecting at least 280. It could be a landslide. It's possible. Don't rule it out. But between 280 and 333 Electoral College votes for the next president of the United States, Governor Mitt Romney. And we will move on to Hillary Clinton. Some people have suggested that the Democrats will make a maneuver whereby Joe Biden steps down as vice president and Hillary Clinton replaces him, and then maybe he replaces her as Secretary of State. That is not going to happen. In Congress, DGTV projects that the Republicans will pick up seats in the House of Representatives. We also predict that the Republicans will win a majority of seats in the Senate. They will take over control of the Senate. However, unfortunately, we will not end up with a supermajority of 60 or more seats, and that will be very, very problematic in getting things accomplished. We need 60 seats, or else the Democrats are going to stop all improvements and all legislation in the Senate. We move on to Canadian politics. Conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper has successfully passed a law ending the Long Gun Registry, which he promised to pass. Now it's going to be going to the Supreme Court of Canada, because the lefties just don't want this law to end. Even though our courts are unfortunately very active in terms of being judicial activism, almost wanting to be a legislature itself at times, I predict that the Supreme Court will not overthrow the death of the Long Gun Registry. There will be a great deal of backlash from Canadians against them if they do that, and the justices do not want to deal with that. We move on to Ontario politics. As you know, in Ontario, the Liberal government under Premier Dalton McGuinty was re-elected with a minority government this past year. It's democracy. We have to accept it. I don't know how anyone in the province other than Liberals would vote Liberal, but they did. He needs the support of either the New Democrat Socialists or the Conservatives to stay in power when he passes laws. Look for McGuinty to do what Liberals always do in minority government situations, govern from the left, therefore getting the support of the New Democrat Socialist Party. That is stupid on McGuinty's part, because with all of the fiscal problems in Ontario politics, with our government so heavily in debt, he should be governing from the right, and the Conservatives would gladly help him, but look for McGuinty to do the wrong thing. He generally does. International politics. Syria. DGTV predicts Bashar al-Assad, the leader of Syria, the dictator himself, will be overthrown by his people in 2012. He cannot cling to power much longer. Unfortunately, it will cost a lot of Syrians their lives, because in that country, if you want freedom, you're going to have to put your life on the line. It's sad, but true. North Korea, hardly a prediction, as it was telegraphed on their own government-controlled news agency yesterday. Kim Jong-un, the son and the great successor, the new leader of North Korea, the country which his family owns, will continue to govern the country much the same as his father did, as a tyrannical dictator. Don't look for much change there. Russia. Vladimir Putin will steal the presidential election in March. However, he will be removed as president before the end of 2012. The Russian people are not going to accept having their election stolen by this tin pot former KGB clown who likes to kiss small boys on their stomach. And finally, we move on to sports. I'm not a New Orleans Saints fan. However, DGTV is predicting that the Saints will defeat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Drew Brees and their offense is just way too powerful, and it seems to me it is more powerful than the Green Bay Packers. And for the World Series, look for the Texas Rangers to defeat Philadelphia Phillies. Well, we hope that you had a great year in 2011 and wish you and your friends and family all the very best in 2012 as we move forward to a new year. Stay tuned to DGTV News and Commentary for broadcasts in 2012. I'm Darren Gilbert, and Happy New Year.
DGTV is Darren Gilbert Television. You are watching it. Classic television, modern news and analysis. Stay tuned to DGTV.